new house. This story draws a fine line between reality and fear. A family that only wanted a fresh start, but something else was waiting for them in that house. The Johnson family had moved into their new home, hoping for a fresh beginning and a better future. Martin Johnson, 45, an architect, a rational man who doesn't believe in the supernatural. Sarah Johnson, 42, an artist, sensitive and intuitive. Alex Johnson, 19, a college student, brave but restless. Amy Johnson, 10, a dreamy little girl, innocent yet curious. The house was old yet strangely beautiful. High walls, antique glass windows, a creaking wooden staircase that stretched to the upper floor, and a cold silence that lingered in every corner. It felt like a place that had once been full of life, but now only memories remained. When Martin asked the real estate agent why the house was so cheap, the man gave a faint smile and replied, "People don't stay here for long." Alex felt a strange unease creep up his spine, but Martin dismissed it with a chuckle. Just stories, nothing else. But some stories are real. That evening, while exploring the house, Alex discovered something odd. An old wooden bookshelf that seemed slightly out of place. When he pushed it aside, he found a hidden door behind it. "What the hell?" he muttered under his breath. The door looked ancient, its wood darkened with age. As he reached out to touch the handle, a chilling gust of wind brushed past him. And then, a whisper from the other side. "This is my house. Leave." The door slammed shut on its own. That night, Amy woke up screaming. Sarah rushed to her room, her heart pounding. "What happened, sweetheart?" she asked, stroking Amy's hair. Amy, her small face pale with fear, whispered, "Mommy, I saw an auntie standing by the stairs. She was watching us." A cold shiver ran down Sarah's spine. "Who, Amy?" "Her name is Sophia. She said she used to live here, and she doesn't want to leave." Sarah's hands trembled as she held Amy close. The next night, Alex was lying in bed when he heard something. Footsteps, soft yet deliberate, echoing through the hallway. Holding his breath, he slowly turned toward the door. The footsteps stopped, but the shadow under the door didn't move. Someone was standing there. By now, it was impossible to ignore the truth. Something was wrong with the house. One evening, Amy was playing with her dolls when Sarah overheard her whispering. "Is that your name?" Amy asked softly. Sarah approached her. "Sweetheart, who are you talking to?" Amy looked up with wide, innocent eyes. "My new friend, Sophia." Sarah's blood ran cold. Amy continued, "She told me she lived here a long time ago, and she never left." Sarah rushed to Martin, demanding they leave the house. But Martin, ever the skeptic, insisted it was all imagination. Then the worst happened. Amy fell down the stairs. Her screams echoed through the house as she tumbled down. Sarah ran to her, heart pounding. "Baby, are you okay?" Tears streamed down Amy's cheeks. "Mommy, I didn't fall." Her voice shook. "She pushed me." That night, Martin dug into the house's history, and what he found was horrifying. Back in 1935, a family had lived here. Their eldest daughter, Sophia, had died mysteriously. She had been pushed down the stairs, and her spirit never left. Alex woke up at midnight, shivering. The air in his room was freezing. Then he saw her, a shadow in the corner. Sophia, her lifeless eyes locked onto him, her pale face twisted into a ghastly smile. Alex couldn't move, couldn't scream. She took a step closer, then another. He tried to shut his eyes, but it was too late. Sophia's ice-cold fingers wrapped around his throat. Martin and Sarah rushed into the room at the sound of a struggle. But the moment they turned on the light, Alex lay lifeless on the bed, his eyes wide open in terror. The walls of the house whispered in the dead silence. "Now he's mine." By morning, the Johnson family packed up and left the house forever. As they walked away, Amy turned one last time toward the stairs. "Goodbye, Sophia," she whispered. For just a moment, a shadow smiled back. "This story isn't over yet.